All right, you guys, so I am currently here at Santa's workshop. You can obviously hear the screaming kids in the back. They're all waiting for Santa. They're all mailing some cards off to Santa. I actually, I'm begging for him to save us, but in this video, here, I'll mail this off. Please, Santa, save us. Save our market. But in this video, we're going to be looking at, what are we going to be looking at? Do Santa Claus rallies even work? Number one, the global outlook, the inverted yield curve, and what are people saying for next year? Is this going to be a good one or a bad one? Also, Jim Cramer is going to be chiming in on whether it's going to be a good one. What are we going to go all in? So let's dive into my computer and let's go all in. And honestly, guys, I don't know what do you think's colder right now? Do you think the North Pole or currently where you're living? I'm going to go with currently where you're living. Also, if you're in New York, I might be stuck here for a while. Let's cross my fingers and see if I can get back to Austin, Texas, where I heard the temperature is going to be like 50 below. Here is your Santa rally. Do you believe in it? Do you believe in Santa? Well, from Visual Capitalist, they say 75%. I mean, it depends on at what time frame you go with. And I wouldn't, guys, do not bet. And it's the last week of trading that Santa's going to help you. It is iffy around the board. And also, don't jump over to CNBC and pray that Jim Cramer is going to save you. Jim Cramer, just look at the charts. Whatever it is, it is. It's kind of like a coin toss, I think, for Santa's rally, but whatever. However you want to break down the numbers and create your little Excel file sheets. Jim Cramer's Investing Club meeting Wednesday. It's probably better than a book club. Santa Claus rally, down and out buys. Is that all you do, Jim? Just everything's a fracking buy? Is there a sell? You teach people how to short? Starbucks. Yes, go all in. Go get broke with Starbucks. You can be part of the woke broke crowd. Oh, Jim Cramer morning meeting up at the top live. I gotta see it. But I also gotta see these markets. Look at these things. The NASDAQ. And this is light volume. Everyone is kind of off right now. Next week, it's going to be a ghost town. So just don't get excited when you see, some pumping or some dumping. There ain't too many people trading right now, just to let you know. Dow is down 1.5. SPY down 1.5. The Qs, the NASDAQ, coming in almost 3% and above my head. You got that crazy inverted yield curve. And I'm just hoping Santa gives me a 5% on that 1 year so I could throw some more cash at it. I want you to look at this. Do you guys see? Do you see what I see? This is going down, hardcore down. This is slightly flat or going up. So what is that going to tell us? Well, that's going to tell you that this remains flat or goes up. This is called a negative divergence in the 1 year yield. So there is a high probability that I'm not going to be getting that 5% yield on my 1 year. So for those of you that think that rates are going up, well, the bond market, I wouldn't bet your bottom dollar on it because the market's telling you no. And I have never seen in the history of my life, look at that yield curve. Like, this is not going to last. That's that red line. The only thing that's always sticky is that 20. No matter where you look, that 20, I mean, back in the crash of 2000, see your 20-year yield, always up. Oh, that pesky little 20 beats everything. Moving on over here, we had the 20 still up before it crashed in '08. And here we are again, come on, 20. Let's bring the 20 down. But I do like going back to this inverted yield curve just to show you what happens every time it does this. On the right side, over here, where I'm at, that's your stock market. Stock market always crashes, always comes down until, it comes down, and then the left side, the yield curve, comes down also with it, which that's just wait for it. But what you don't have to wait for is trading this stuff. Here's your SPY. Can you see swings in markets? Oh, I do. See? It swings up, swings down, swings up, swings down, swings up, swings down, swings up, hits the 200, swings down. So hopefully you guys are taking advantage. If you didn't miss, maybe you missed the bull rip where you click buy,
And then the bear rip under the 200. You click sell. Also, congratulations for hitting the CTA dump zone. This is where the computers are like, well, I guess we're not going to have a bull market, rip your face off. We are at that line. So all the CTA, these are the big computers, billions of dollars a day, are click and sell. Well, until it hits this little blue line right there, that is your 200-week moving average. Find support on that. Do not be surprised that you get a bounce on this rising wedge here. We're going to come down. We're going to retest the 200. Then we're going to bounce, and then we're going to retest that orange line. And then we're going to get rejected and come down and cross below the 200. So let's just say 2023 won't be a good year. Also, for some of you guys you asked about that Ford play that I took out. I shorted a couple weeks ago. I am still holding strong. We are looking at and then also a lot of people got triggered because you guys are big into Ford. I don't care what it is. I'm not, I'm like Ford, Chevy, Tesla. I own a Tesla, but I'm shorting it. So please, I don't fall in love with companies. I don't fall in love with stocks. I don't fall in love with crypto. I make money when they go up. I make money when they go down. Also, take advantage of, come along for the ride. Grab my bear market course on how to trade this stuff. It's only $200. I'm just running this one-day holiday Christmas special. So next year, welcome to inflation. But looking at this on Ford, guys, look, we just broke this. Like, see this? You measure here and you measure there. And I have a price target of about $6. So we go from $12. I don't know. I probably started shorting it. I think it was the 200-day moving average. That's where I took out the short. Yep. Right when it hit its head on that. You can also grab my bear market watch list if you want to know what I am trading to the downside. And actually, I just turned on Lux Algo. It gave you the same triangle pattern. See up here, detected patterns. Let's see, descending triangle. It's up here. If you want to grab Lux, if you're just like, I can't find these patterns, bravo. Link in the description. If you can't find the description, you probably shouldn't be trading. And I can't tell you, every day I have probably a dozen emails like, hey, Bravo, I can't find the code for your course. Just click the link. I mean, somehow you're able to find my email. Also, some of you guys asked, how's the kiss of death? Are we still, is that still playing out? Yes, that would be only on the S&P 500. That is it. So that we're heading lower. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And we still have a lot of things in play on the Dow. Interesting to note, your Elliott wave theory. I put this in. This was April 2021. That was that was a long time ago. I said if we cross this, if you're into Elliott and you're into surfing the waves, it's a 5 to 10 year bear market. Now, I don't trade Elliott wave theories, but I like theories. Positivity, theory of what goes up must come down. And I guess I'll move this over so you guys can see it. That is your zone, smacked its head on it. But you guys are currently above the 200-week and 200-day on the Dow. I personally, my take on this was a bear market rally. And this was a huge bear market rally. And honestly, people want rallies. This is getting exhausting, right? From conflicts, because we can't use that word, volatility, central bank shocks, shortages, upheaval, Goldman Sachs, everyone is ready for 2022 to end. Here's the problem, Goldman. 2023 and May, to be exact, for the most part, my calculations, right at the beginning of May 2023, all of the Fed tightening effects, that's when it all goes into effect based on earnings. Most people are like, oh, I'm going to trade based on earnings. Well, earnings aren't going to look too well right in this zone. So 2023, not so good. Global predictions for 2023. I'm going to tell you, this report, we're going to use the word struggling here. And not too much of the optimism. This is worldwide. Look at this. This is not very optimistic here. Prices in my country will increase faster than people's income, almost 80%. 8 out of 10 of you says great grammar there, bravo. You guys are saying that you can't even keep up. Prices are out churning the amount of money that you're making at work. Well, I have a suggestion. start a business. Then you could be one of those evil capitalists that raise your prices if you're not comfortable. That's kind of what people do who have businesses. When it comes to safety, the world is not saying it's safe. We got nuke. Yeah, I can say that since I can't say that other word. Weapons will be used in a conflict. 50% of you think someone's pushing the button. Or how about extreme weather? More extreme weather conditions. 65%. 2023 will be the hottest year on record in my country, 57%. I do feel like God is playing Powerball with us right now with weather conditions. 22, 95, 15, 83. I have no, I'll come to Austin. I mean, 1 minute you're sweating, the next minute you're freezing to death. When looking at if this was a bad year for my country, 73%. Bad year for the country. Whether it is a good year, a bad year, or a medium year, just, guys, follow the same game plan. Side hustles, trade equities. That's it. And then you got to move your money every single year. What was hot last year will not be hot this year. What's hot this year won't be hot the next year. It's just how it is. And right now, as you're seeing traders, 129 billion. Can I just have one of those, please? Commodities, Exodus. They're jumping ship. Marks a historic a shift. Well, that's because you just went from inflation, that would be commodities, to deflation. So everyone's kind of front running what they see happening in the future, which would be lower prices. It's probably not the prices that you want lowered. It would be things that, people like us, traders, make money from. I mean, do you guys remember lumber? That was just crazy. You got to take advantage of it. What was that run? We went actually lumber prices. Let me do a little measuring here just to give you $456 for a piece of wood. Then it hit a double top, up almost 200%. And then retail's like, oh, well, inflation. That was right at the end of 2022. That's probably when you should have been bailing out, would be the beginning of this year. And then the shift. And then here we go. Head all the way down. Now what I see here, I wonder if Lux Algo will pick it up. I can see it with my eyes. This is a kind of a falling wedge. You'll have a slight probably break up to around maybe 500. I don't know if my eyes deceive me, or maybe Lux will throw that up there for us. Are you giving it to us? Descending triangle. And if Lux is right on a descending triangle, well, scratch. That's actually, that's bearish. So scratch the whole little pop there. Yeah, okay. Broke out of it. Well, that would be down. But these are good things. I mean, wood, these are things that you guys buy. So the prices, that is just shocking. From, it's at 372. Top 1,000, that is just unbelievable. Almost $1,700. What do you guys want to bet that it kind of went into that Lux Algo zone a lot? Look at that. That is like, sell, get out, take profit. Yes, that's what we do. You take profit. But back to the thought of what goes up must come down. Your anticipation, you guys, of coming down 29%, almost 30% of adults anticipate their finances worsening in the coming year. 34% of Americans thought things would improve for them financially in 2023. Well, take the bull by the horns. Improve your financial conditions. If what you're currently doing is not working, you need to change it. Example, if you have kids, have them climb trees, cut mistletoe down, and go sell it in front of stores. And then in the summertime, have them slinging lemonade on the corner. My kids actually said they're like, we clearly remember the lemonade stand, Dad. It was nice too. It was very nice, very upscale. And it's because of that I actually get to see one of my kids on CNBC. I'd never seen her on Fox. Saw her wrestling with Jim Cramer. Two of them were talking about purchasing Ethereum. I think this was around $4,000. I said, Kayla, what are you doing? She's like, I had to buy. I had like 10 things to choose from. And so I picked Ethereum, and something like that. And so did Jim. And I guess Jim was like the strong fundamentals. Well, at the same time, Dad is shorting it, which is a lie. I did not short Ethereum. That was it. I was entering in the hundreds and selling in the thousands. 4,200 was my exit on Ethereum. That was it. That was the last time I touched Ethereum. Massive collapse. See, all of this. So then we push it all into our savings account. We go all cash because then we have to wait. That's the thing about markets. It's a waiting game. Just ask Warren, who's sitting there with a quadrillion dollars, just waiting. He knows there will come a time where you can then move capital into the places that you want to, whether it be real estate or if you wanted to buy that car, right? That you've always had your eye on. But you're not going to pay above sticker because you're not an idiot. Or maybe you are, which I told you don't do it. Just wait. Inflation, deflation, inflation, deflation. Market goes up, market goes down. Massive collapse in used car prices. And get this, bankrupt dealers is coming right up. I will take it. Carvana, look at that. Woo! Above, oh, look at that. All the way to zero. From car dealership guy. Carvana may have just started quietly liquidating. Yep, the company is now advertising its retail inventory to wholesale dealers. Look at the $5,000 price difference. Wild time. So get out there and buy your 2022 Nissan Frontier Crew Cab. Or get out there and buy your gold. Whatever you want. Buy assets. I wouldn't recommend cars. Those are that would be a liability. Unless you're buying the ones that, I don't know. I don't get it. If you're a car guy, congratulations. It's just hard to pick those winners. I would prefer to have the shiny stuff. Gold at 4,000. Analysts share their 2023 outlook as inflation, recession fears linger, and I say John, trade the charts. Looking at gold, John, here's what I think. I think you have a double bottom. That top, here, I'll measure this for you. I'll show you where the price target is on this. So let's come over here, draw a sloppy line going across. See that? There? Okay. So then we're going to measure. No, I don't want to trade you. Do not end up in my profile. We're going to go from here to here. This is your double bottom. Actually, more like a triple bottom. And I think you're probably right at price target currently. You're in the Lux Algo zone. Guys, if you don't have that, I don't think they're running their deal anymore. So yeah, your price target's a little higher. This, to me, looks like a rising wedge, which when that breaks, if that breaks to the downside. So you may come down here and retest that line. Now I know all my precious metal people freak out. This is just paper. It doesn't really exist. It's just a derivative where they buy one gold piece and they're like, hey, let's have millions of people trade it. Also, congratulations to gold for getting above the 200 and 200 weekly and daily. But I think it's kind of screaming. It wants to go down there and retest that 160. And then, which will hit you right at that 200 week. That's that little squiggly one right here. Come on down, retest, and then let's keep moving higher. Okay, and then you can buy the real shiny stuff with the money that you make from trading, which is fun, right? Do you guys enjoy? I think it's like a video game. I love doing it. Get my endorphins going. So take advantage of my discount on it. Follow along with what I'm trading, my watch list. We're going to have a good time. Oh, also, stay warm this week. It's going to be a little chilly, but thank you guys. Also, if you could subscribe. Oh my gosh, you made it to the very end, and you're like, oh, also look and see if YouTube unsubscribed you. Do that. Make sure. You'll go, oh my gosh, they did. I know, right? It's because they love me. It's probably my hair. They don't like the hair. But thank you guys for everything. I love you. Prayers that I get back to Texas safely, and I'll see you tomorrow.